Good morning. Om Shanti to all of you. Today is the 172nd day of your godly blessing. And today it's been raining very heavily throughout the day, but now it's suddenly, before the recording, it has suddenly gone silent and the rain has stopped. I'm feeling very lucky, thanks to God Father, that I'm able to come before you and speak out this Vardhan. Let's go ahead with this Vardhan, but before we go ahead, let's have a look at this link which takes you to 11 videos which talk to you about diet, sleep patterns, how to sleep well, what to do, what not to do for sleeping well, what to eat, what not to eat before sleeping, how to reduce weight, and also yoga asanas and flexibility. So all these things have been covered over there in 11 videos. Have a look and share it with others. Now, let's go ahead with today's blessing. Baba wants us to connect to him. God Father says that you have been doing a lot of worship throughout your life for many births. Some of us we believe in rebirth, some of us we don't believe in rebirth. But I'll ask you a simple question. This one single and simple question is going to let you know whether you believe in rebirth or not. Let's say I do something bad with you today and I leave my physical body. I've taken up some money from you, or I said something bad to you, or I did something because of which you lost your job, or you lost your loved one, or something happened. Just for the sake of understanding, I leave my body tomorrow. Who is going to do or undo that karma? Can I go back to God the Father so easily, effortlessly, that I do something bad on this earth and I go back? So doing something bad doesn't just mean that I take away something from you. It could be my greed, it could be my ego, it could be my jealousy, it could be the anger, I hit you or hurt you, and the next day I leave my body and I go very peacefully back to God. Do you think that's going to happen? No. If I have distorted the energy around you in your life, then I better come down on this earth again. He's going to send me back. Sorry, child, you have done something bad. Go down again, undo those things. Only then can you purify yourself and come back to me. That is what it means by a rebirth. So, who takes the rebirth? I, the soul, you, the soul. We have to take the rebirth. Means we just have to change this costume and go to the next birth and take birth around those people only with whom we have done something wrong. So, let's understand what Baba has to say about remembering him. And we as souls can only remember him if we consider ourselves to be souls. So let's say Baba says in details that may you become an easy yogi. Yogi is somebody who is a soul who's in connection with God. I cannot be a yogi if I think I'm a physical being and I'm trying to connect to God. Second thing, and make your foundation strong by paying special attention to the first Shrimat. We have heard in India that people have their title as Shriman or Shrimati. Shri is a title which is given to somebody who's very elevated in their character, very elevated in their thoughts, very elevated in their karmas. So that's why Shri is used for Shri Ramachandra, Shri Krishna, right? Shri Radhe, Shri Lakshmi, Shri Narayan. So imagine they are deities, or they were just like us with two hands, two legs, two eyes, two ears, but they were souls who had purest form of thinking. They were very divine. So who were deities? Who were those 33 crore deities on earth? That was a population couple of thousands of years back when divine souls used to live on earth, and they never used to call themselves Hindu, by the way. They didn't know that they are Hindu or they are supposed to be Hindu. They were not Hindus. They were divine deities. So the original souls of this, or the ancestral souls of this world, were divine deities. Now those souls were divine as souls because they had all the qualities of God within them. And over a period of time, the qualities reduced. What I'm trying to say over here is Shri Mat means the highest elevated guidance or direction that can be given by only God the Father. So God is Shri Shri. God can only be called as Shri Shri. That means even above than those who are deities. So how many kinds of souls do we have? We have Supreme Soul, who's of one of his kind. There's no other God, only one. Supreme Soul, Param Atma. Second number comes for the 33 crore divine deities whom the Hindus call as God, but they're not gods. They have God-like qualities. That's why they are divine beings with divine qualities. They have patience as compared to today's people. They have got more patience. They had tolerance as compared to today people in Kali Yuga. They had 1,000,000,000 times more patience and tolerance, and they had loyalty, they had royalty, they had acceptance, They had royal behavior, they had royal thinking, they had pure thinking, they had good wishes for everybody, and that's why that what made them divine as compared to people of today in this world. So you understand the difference between deities, right? Now, the third kind of souls are the divine souls who create religion, or the religious souls, or the religious fathers, just like Muhammad ji, Jesus Christ, Guru Nanak Dev ji, Shankaracharya ji, who started the Sannyas Dharma. All these souls are known as the divine religious souls. Then next comes the good souls, or the saintly souls, or the Punyatmas, the souls who have done some good work. Then you can name so many of them. Lastly, the souls who are doing bad things. They're known as the Papatmas, or the sinner souls. They sin. So what kind of souls are there? Murderers, people who get into theft, who kill somebody, or who destroy something in their life or their neighbor's life. So they are known as the sinner souls. Now, out of all these, who's the supreme? The supreme is Godfather himself. Now let's understand how to get connected to him. So Baba says, may you become an easy yogi and make your foundation strong by paying special attention to the first Srimad. What is that? Let's understand. Bap Dada. Bap and Dada. Dada means Adam. Together they give us this knowledge. Bap Dada's number one Srimad is, consider yourself to be a soul. If I think of myself as a physical body and I go for different pilgrimages and think I'm connecting to God, God says, sorry, you don't connect to me at all, because I am not a physical being. So you cannot search for me in this physical land. I don't live in this physical land. I don't live in the atoms. I am an Atma. I am not an atom. So God says, I live beyond this world. That's why whenever you remember me, you look up. If you say Allahu Akbar, you look up. If you say, oh God, Father, you look up. I don't live down on this earth. I don't live in the pebbles. I don't live in the water. I live up above. So, if you have to remember me, you have to remember my incorporeal form. But you cannot think of yourself as a corporeal being to try to remember me. Let's understand that. Why? So Baba says, consider yourself to be a soul. That means I'm a spark. I'm a light. I'm just a being who is a spark and energy. You are also a spark and energy. You are a point of light. That's why in India we put a bindi or a tika over here. Why a bindi and tika? Because that's a symbol that I'm a soul and I reside over here in my body, and from here I'm controlling all my organs with the help of the brain. If I, the soul, come out, this hand will fall down. That means the soul that I am is actually speaking to you through this mouth. If I, the soul, come out, this mouth will not work, this eye will not work, right? So you are also a soul who's listening through your physical ears, these organs, and you are able to listen to me. So now Baba says, I have to consider myself to be a soul. You have to consider yourself to be a soul in order to get connected to God. If instead of considering yourself to be a soul, you then consider yourself to be an ordinary bodily being, you cannot have remembrance. That means we cannot get connected to God. So to remember God means to remove our sins, to cleanse ourselves. Our mind is within the soul that can only be cleansed by a detergent, right? No. You cannot use a detergent to clean the soul. You can use a detergent or a soap to clean your physical body. But how do you cleanse the soul? That can only happen when you sit in meditation and remember God. To remember Him, Baba says, if instead of considering yourself to be a soul, you then consider yourself to be an ordinary bodily being, you cannot have remembrance. Just as before two things are joined, if you want to join two things, let's say for an example, you want to join the two wires in your house, you remove the plastic on or the PVC on top. If you try to join the plastic PVC, the wire, the current will not flow. So you remove that first, right? Here also, this is the PVC on the soul. We think that we are this body, but this is the temporary thing. That's why we call it as death. The body dies, but I, the soul, you, the soul, never die. We are immortals. Just like God the Father, who's an immortal being, because he doesn't have a physical body. He's a soul. Soul can never die. So God says, if you forget the thoughts of your body, that I'm so and so, this is my accomplishment, this is what I've achieved, this is my certification, I'm so and so, all those things which are written along with the name of your body is supposed to be forgotten. The ego of that has to be left. Only that ego, when it is left, can you get connected to this supreme being who's ego-less completely. So now Baba says, just as before two things are joined, they are first made the same. So example of two wires, if you want to join the GI pipe, you can join the GI pipe with a GI pipe, not with a plastic pipe. It becomes difficult, or it doesn't stay for long, right? So in the same way, when you have remembrance, while considering yourself to be a soul, your remembrance will become easy. So just like for a child, if this is my feature, for me to recognize my father, what do? We check the DNA, we check the physical features, or the eyes are matching with your father, or the nose is matching with your father, or your skin color is matching your father or mother or your parents. That's how we try to find out, and that's how I can connect to my parents. Okay, this is my shape and that is their shape. This is my surname, that is their surname. Here, God the Father doesn't have a physical body, so the only way to remember Him is if I consider myself, the self is the soul, as a point of light, then only I can get connected to the point of light. Doesn't that make sense? So we have to forget body consciousness, we have to get into soul consciousness, only then can we get connected to Supreme Soul. So God says that this Shrimat is the main foundation. This is the foundation of being in connection with God. So repeatedly pay attention to this matter and you will become an easy yogi, someone who is easily able to connect to God. And this is the fruit of the worship of many births which you receive. When God tells you you are a soul, connect to me by considering yourself to be a soul, and everything becomes easier. So I leave you with this beautiful Vardhan. Think about soul consciousness. This is the first lesson which we learn at Brahma Kumaris. In short, I have told you certain things, but for further knowledge, for further education, you can join the course, 7 days free course, and you can understand complete knowledge of who you are, where you come from, what you're doing over here, when do you go back, and what is happening on this earth. I leave you with this. Have a blessed day. Stay safe. Stay home. Om Shanti.